As Christians, our lives are reliant on faith, and it's no surprise then that Jesus had some very strong opinions about faith. As we ask ourselves who Jesus was, we'll dig into the first question about Jesus' adult life that we'll be posing. What did he think about faith? First, a review. Last week we learned two things about Jesus from his birth. First, we learned that he came to earth humbly, meaning that he wanted regular people to approach him. Second, we learned that he was really important. We're going to see both of those things at play when we look at an event from Jesus' life today, so keep them in mind, and remember the question we're asking. What did Jesus think about faith? So one day, adult Jesus was healing people with God's power. See, back to that really important thing. Religious leaders were watching as he did this, and everybody who saw it was, understandably, pretty amazed. A group of people wanted to get their paralyzed friend to Jesus, and were carrying him on a mat, but they couldn't reach him through the crowds. So they climbed the building he was in, and lowered their friend through the roof. Jesus welcomed them because he saw their faith. How did he reward their faith in him? Well, first he told the paralyzed man, "Your sins are forgiven." That might sound confusing to you. You might think, understandably, that he'd probably care more about being unparalyzed than having his sins forgiven. But here's something to think about. A really good doctor might be able to find a way to cure your paralysis, but nobody can forgive sins except God. So Jesus, when the man's friends brought him there, saw their faith and used the power of God to forgive him. Now, the religious leaders didn't like this. They knew that only God could forgive sins, and they didn't think Jesus was God. They didn't have faith in Jesus. So what did Jesus do? He told them that to show them that he had the authority from God to forgive sins, he'd make the man walk, just like that. And he did. The paralyzed man was immediately healed, and got to walk home singing praises to God. Jesus had a strong opinion about faith. He saw pure faith for what it was, and didn't have any patience for the doubt of the religious leaders. He believed that faith was deserving of forgiveness.